Welcome back. This is day 9, and today we are going to talk about loving your ego. So again, before we begin, I just want us to get a little bit centered so that we are able to really connect to that inner place that we all have. Okay, so take a deep breath in. Let go. Another deep breath in. Let go. All right, awesome. So today we're going to talk about loving our ego. And why do I say loving our ego? I know there's a lot of talk out there about, how our ego sabotages us and how, our ego is what makes us not pretty much accomplish all the things that we want to accomplish. But what I've noticed in my life is that once I realized that there's really no separation between me and my ego, and that my ego is simply a part of who I am, I let go of trying to point and make my ego be wrong. And so what I did was I developed a system where when I wake up in the morning, I thank my higher mind, and I also thank my ego. And I say that today we are all working together as always, and there is no separation. And by doing this, I've realized that I am able to let my ego know that it has everything else that it needs to do. Things like, all the things that belong in the physical realm. And then my higher self has all the permission to do all the other things that belong in the spiritual realm, which the ego absolutely has no idea about. So by doing this, by really acknowledging my ego and by really acknowledging my higher self, I have come to find that I no longer have that separatedness or that feeling that, something is not working out because I am stressed out or I'm afraid of doing certain things. And I want to share something with you because when I really became fully conscious that, my ego and my higher self are pretty much working very well together, was when I started doing these videos. I made it a point not to do the videos with any makeup on, but to just wake up in the morning exactly the way I look and just do the videos. Many years ago, I would never have been able to do that. And the truth is because I would have felt like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I'm going to do a video with no makeup on, with the shirt that I slept in and the hair that the headscarf that I had with my wig off and no makeup. After modeling internationally for almost 5 years, I had become very vain. I started modeling at a very young age of 13. And so I became very vain where I could never leave my face without any makeup. So once I started really getting spiritually connected and really wanting to know who I am as a person, and not just as a person, because the persona is really the mask that we put on, but spiritually getting connected to who I am as a spirit and as a soul, I realized that I was really letting the ego run amok. And so I created this deal, you can say, with my ego and my higher self, where I no longer give too much work to my ego to do. There are certain things that your ego cannot be able to accomplish. And, so you have to allow your higher self to step in and do those things. So today, the tip for you to be able to thrive in 2014 is to start loving your ego and do not make it feel like it's a bad child. Your ego has really been serving you well, but the reason why you end up having anxiety, fear, and all these other things is, guilt and all these things, is because the ego is being given way too much work that it can handle. So speak to your ego, tell it you love it, tell it you acknowledge it, and then allow it to do the things that it was meant to do, and then give the rest, the spiritual realm stuff, to your higher self, because that's really what God is there for. The things that the ego has no idea how it's going to be to accomplish. For example, if you were to say today, oh, I want to write a book and I want to be published, the ego would not know where the publisher would come from. It wouldn't know where the money will come from, but your higher self knows that. So when you start creating goals like that, speak to your ego. Say, hey, I know, don't worry, this is not the part that you take care of. You take care of your part, and my higher self, God, will take the care of the rest. So tomorrow, when you come back in the morning, I'm going to speak about connecting to the foods that we eat. And what you learn more about that again, because I know I spoke about nourishment, but this is a little bit different. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow, and please don't forget to like my video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I thank you so much for listening, and see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.